Hey everyone, how's it going? It's thomasdotd back again with another review. Today we're taking a look at Lionel's newly released Strasburg Railroad passenger set. From the moment this set was announced, I have been very excited and I'm glad to be able to have it in my hands. So let's get right into this. First impressions are very important, and Lionel did a really great job capturing the look of Strasburg here. We have some nice Amish country imagery in the background and a faded yellow, kind of to look like old-timey, which is honestly Strasburg's aesthetic. We get a great visual of the locomotive inside, which is sold to be Strasburg 90, and the overall box feels big but very compact. Opening the box, we see the locomotive, tender, remote, transformer, and smoke fluid all sit on the first layer of packaging. The packaging has changed over the years, and now we have plastic packaging as opposed to styrofoam. Taking this section off, we see a piece of cardboard with some Lionel catalogs inside, and next we see the passenger cars. And behind that is the track. This three-layered system is actually pretty clever, I gotta say. But no more waiting, let's take Strasburg 90 out of the box and take a look. Oh wow, there is some nice weight to this model despite being LionChief. I like the colors chosen for this locomotive, and the 90 on the cab and smoke box looks very crisp and legible. Now for the tender. Now this looks really nice. It has metal trucks and the coupler is actually an operating metal coupler rather than a fake plastic one. That is a detail I really appreciate. We will take a look at the coaches in a moment, but let's cover the locomotive first. So right off the bat, I have to be honest, this is not Strasburg 90, it's not even close. It isn't the right size, shape, and doesn't even have the right amount of wheels. This is just a Lionel 080, basically like their older Strasburg 475 model with some minor differences. If you try and compare this to Strasburg 90, it misses the mark in almost every way except paint. However, this is a starter set, and what rivet counter even buys starter sets to begin with? Well, they don't. They buy $1,500 models. Let's not try and gatekeep people out of the hobby, alright? This set is designed to get kids into the hobby as well as help those who are just starting out. I'll go into more detail later with why this model is the way it is, but for now, let's continue the review. The Strasburg lettering on the tender is very crisp and legible. We have some nice rivet detailing going on, and the top is painted in that famous Pennsylvania red, more vibrant than Lionel's 475. The locomotive comes included with crew inside the cab, which was a very nice addition, and as mentioned before, the paint and road number and road names are printed very well. Unfortunately, this locomotive does not have separately applied handrails like Lionel's other 080s, or even their 475. It seems that the last few years of LionChief 080 releases have omitted this from their design. However, we have some nice whistles here, and the model does feel like a quality model train. The newer LionChief releases are releases I'm staying away from as they feel incredibly lightweight, which, for an O Gauge model, is not very good. But with operating metal couplers and locomotive weight, this is a step in the right direction. Now let's move on to the Strasburg coaches, which are some of my favorite aspects of this set. From my 475 review, you'll see that I already had two of the older styled Strasburg coaches, which were nice but not accurate. These coaches here look much better. They may not be scale like MTH's offerings, but again, this is a starter set and isn't designed to be perfect. The effort shown in these coaches is to be commended. They are all the same but offer different names. We have Gobbler's Knob, Walnut Hollow, and Boston and Maine passenger cars. The neat thing about these passenger cars is that they too have operating metal couplers, and they have lights inside that turn on when power is given to the track. Now, say what you will so far about this set. Maybe you aren't entirely sold because of such a strange locomotive. Well, what if I told you this model is full to the brim of amazing features? For one, Strasburg 90 has a smoke unit and comes included with a small bottle of smoke fluid. It is recommended to only pour 2 to 3 drops of smoke fluid inside the funnel of the locomotive so as to not damage anything inside. And of course, being LionChief, we have some great sounds that come from the LionChief remote control. Now these aren't your typical crew sounds, this is the best part of the set. For those of you who have traveled to Strasburg and taken a ride on their steam locomotives, you would know that during your excursion, the PA system tells you the story of how Strasburg came to be, the history of the railroad, the story of the Strasburg ghost train, and much more. What if I told you all these narrations are the crew talk of this model? That is an incredible feature. I'd even say that this model has a nice whistle very similar to 90s rather than using a stock generic whistle. Let's have a listen to some of these sounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome aboard the Strasburg Railroad. SRC conductor to engine 90, 1 minute warning whistle please. All aboard! Now the Strasburg Railroad is not only...
So with the model all set and ready to go, let's finally get this model running.
Now, the Strasburg Railroad is not only the second oldest public utility in all of Pennsylvania, it's the oldest short line railroad in continuous operation on the entire continent of North America. Coming up off to the left side of our train is none other than the infamous Cherry Hill Station. The steam locomotive pulling our train today was built back in 1924, and it will use about 1,000 gallons of water for each trip that it will make today. Coming up off to the left side of our train is none other than the infamous Cherry Hill Station.
You know, while I do think this hobby is all about fun, you buy a model train for accuracy. If it fails to do that, it's either not a very good model or it's a toy. But I'm going to bring up this message from a virtual train show a few months ago.
A lot of good Strasburg product coming from us in the traditional and also not too distant future in the scale line as well.
You hear that? Lionel intends to make accurate models of Strasburg Railroad locomotives in the future, but as of right now they've released this. Why? Because this set is a test. They need to see if Strasburg is a financially feasible thing for them to make. Yes, I love Strasburg and maybe you love Strasburg, but it's still not an incredibly well-known place. This set was basically made for two reasons, so that Strasburg fans could get some representation on their layouts, and to serve as a test. A test to see if enough people out there really want Strasburg items. Number 90 here does not even have the right amount of wheels, so a lot of rivet counters are gonna gatekeep and call this a toy. But honestly, what rivet counters even buy train sets? I think that perhaps making an 080 Strasburg 90 is a little ridiculous, seeing as how 90 is a 210. But this set is for collectors and kids, and frankly, I'm happy to see Lionel showing interest in Strasburg. I want to be a fair reviewer, but I have to be honest. You are not getting a model of Strasburg 90 in this set. What you are getting, however, is a very good Lionel Model 080 locomotive with great exclusive sounds, a neat smoke feature, very great passenger cars exclusive to this set at the time being, and enough track for an oval layout perfect for a beginner, and an operating front light. Hopefully in future we will see Lionel really deliver something amazing with their Strasburg line. I have no doubt that they can do it. But for a fun little set for kids or entry-level modelers, it serves its purpose. And for collectors and Strasburg fans, well, it's very clear who's already been buying these sets. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I also hope you enjoyed seeing my custom Strasburg Thomas as well. This has been Thomas DOTD, and I hope to see you all again real soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome aboard the Strasburg Railroad. SRC conductor to engine 90, 1 minute warning whistle please.